Okay, so imagine you're at a new doctor,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even like in a different country,
Yeah.
and all your like medical history, it's just there
Right there.
instantly.
Absolutely.
More like digging through files or anything.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing, huh?
That's the dream.
But then, imagine that same, an easy access, but like in the wrong
Oh,
hands.
yeah.
That's a little scary,
Well,
right?
definitely a concern.
So we're walking this tightrope with health data.
Definitely a balancing act.
Huge potential, but also a big responsibility.
Absolutely.
That's why we have things like HIPAA.
Right.
It's
Right.
all about making sure that sensitive information stays protected
Yeah, yeah.
while still, making sure that crucial health data can flow.
It's got to flow.
And speaking of HIPAA, we're diving deep today into some critical updates.
Updates are important.
And this is all thanks to the fantastic material from London HeartbeatsZ Academy
Oh, they're great.
over in the UK.
Yeah, London HeartbeatsZ Academy.
Big shout out to them. Absolutely for providing this information.
I couldn't do it without them.
Make sure you subscribe to their Facebook, Instagram.
Spotify and YouTube, too.
Yeah, all of them. Spotify and YouTube.
Don't miss out.
Stay updated on all things healthcare.
So important.
But getting back to these HIPAA updates.
Yeah, let's get into it.
What really caught my eye was, actually, let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
The title slide.
Okay, yeah.
HIPAA compliance updates. Pretty straightforward.
To the point.
But it's coming from London HeartbeatsZ Academy in the UK.
Right, right.
So it kind of makes you wonder, are these updates different from what we're used to here?
It's a good question. It highlights how data privacy is.
Yeah.
It's a global concern, right?
Mhm.
But different regions might have different approaches. So it's
Yeah.
always good to see how others are handling these issues.
Yeah.
Get a fresh perspective.
For sure.
Maybe spark some new ideas for improvement even.
Totally.
So, ready to jump into the meat of it.
Let's do it.
All right, so this first section really dives into recent data breaches,
Yeah.
specifically focusing on the rise of breaches through mobile devices.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of unsettling, you know?
It is a little bit.
We're all so reliant on our phones and tablets these days.
Yeah, they're everything.
But are they really secure enough for sensitive medical data?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a big one.
And it's something that London HeartbeatsZ Academy
Mm-hmm.
really emphasizes. They recommend a
Oh.
multi-layered approach.
What does that mean?
Well, we're talking about robust encryption,
Okay.
stringent access controls,
Got it.
and regular security audits.
Makes sense.
It's not just about protecting the devices themselves.
No.
It's about creating a culture of security awareness
Yeah.
among staff.
So true.
Everyone needs to be on board.
Absolutely. Even just thinking about a lost or stolen phone, that could lead to
Oh, yeah.
a major data breach if
Yeah.
the proper precautions aren't in place.
Absolutely.
Yeah, huge problem.
And speaking of that, the next section of this material is all about the human element,
Okay, interesting.
employee training and awareness.
So important.
It's not just about technology. People play
Oh, yeah.
a huge role in data security, too.
Absolutely. People are often the weakest link.
Definitely.
You know, you can have all the technology in the world,
Right.
but if someone clicks on the wrong link,
Exactly.
you're in trouble.
That's it.
So training is key.
Absolutely. And London HeartbeatsZ Academy, they really stress the importance of these ongoing training programs.
Yeah, it can't be a one-time thing.
Right. For everyone who handles patient data,
Hmm?
and this includes, understanding HIPAA regulations,
Right.
recognizing potential security risks,
Yeah.
and knowing how to respond
But to respond, yeah.
appropriately
That's
to incidents.
exactly.
They even advocate for simulated phishing attacks
Oh, wow.
to test employees' awareness and preparedness. That's pretty intense.
It is, but I guess it's a good way to see if the training's actually sinking in.
I guess so.
Moving on, this next part tackles a big one, telehealth.
Oh, yeah, telehealth.
It's exploded in popularity.
Yeah,
But how do you ensure HIPAA compliance when patient data is, being transmitted and accessed remotely?
It's a great question.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
And London HeartbeatsZ Academy, they dive into the specifics of securing these telehealth platforms.
Makes sense.
And they emphasize end-to-end encryption,
Of course.
secure messaging systems,
Yeah.
and robust authentication protocols.
All very important.
They also highlight the importance of carefully vetting
Right?
third-party vendors
Yeah.
to make sure they meet HIPAA standards.
Can't just trust anyone.
So you're not just choosing, like any
relying
video conferencing platform.
Right. It needs
You need to make sure it's
built for this.
designed with HIPAA compliance in mind.
Exactly. Makes sense.
Yeah.
The next section goes even deeper, focusing on data retention
Okay.
and disposal.
Oh, interesting.
So how long do you keep patient data,
Right.
and how do you get rid of it securely?
Securely, yeah.
It's not as simple as hitting delete, is it?
No, not at all.
So London HeartbeatsZ Academy walks us through this, highlighting legal requirements
Okay.
for data retention periods, outlining secure data destruction methods.
Important.
And they even address, the challenges of legacy data
Oh, yeah, that old stuff.
stored in those old systems.
The legacy systems, right.
It's a comprehensive overview, really emphasizes the long-term responsibility that healthcare providers have
It's a big one.
to protect that data.
Absolutely.
It's like data has a life cycle of its own.
Yeah.
And you got to manage it
You got to manage it
beginning to end,
from beginning to end.
cradle to grave. And finally, the last section dives into the ever-evolving world of
Oh, boy.
cybersecurity threats.
Yeah.
It feels like every day there's a new type of malware or
It's constantly changing.
hacking technique out there.
There. Always something new.
So how can these organizations keep up?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, London HeartbeatsZ Academy, they stress the importance of proactive cybersecurity measures.
Okay.
We're talking regular security assessments, vulnerability scanning, intrusion detection systems, and having an incident response plan.
Yeah, so important.
So important. They advocate for a layered security approach.
What does that look like?
Well, it goes beyond just basic antivirus software.
Yep.
It's recognizing that today's cyber threats,
Right.
they require a much more sophisticated defense
Yeah.
strategy.
Yeah.
You can't just set it and forget it.
Right. You got
Be
to
on top of it.
be on top of it.
Like ways?
So what does this all mean?
Good question.
It means that IP compliance is not a one-time thing.
Yeah.
It's an ongoing process.
It is.
That requires constant vigilance and adaptation.
You got to adapt.
We have to really understand the responsibility we have to protect this data,
Absolutely.
especially in this increasingly complex digital world.
The digital world is not going away.
It's not.
It's only getting more complex.
And again, huge thanks to London HeartbeatsZ Academy for providing these incredible insights.
They're great.
Make sure you check them out
Yes.
on social media,
Facebook, Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram, Spotify,
YouTube.
and YouTube
So much good stuff there.
to get more valuable information and stay ahead of the curve.
I couldn't agree more. These updates from London HeartbeatsZ Academy
Yeah.
really offer a valuable roadmap for navigating
Mm-hmm.
the ever-changing landscape of IP compliance.
It's a wild world out there.
It is, and it reminds us that data privacy, it's
It's a big deal.
not just a legal obligation.
No.
It's a fundamental
Yeah.
ethical imperative in healthcare.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks.
Really appreciate your insights today.
Oh, of course. Happy to be here.
It's been a pleasure.
Likewise.
So until next time, everybody,
Stay safe out there
stay safe
and keep that data protected.
and keep learning.
Keep learning.
We'll see you on the next deep dive.
Looking forward to it.